Maybe that's why I go. Maybe that's why I go. I don't know where. I don't know where. Maybe that's why I go. Maybe that's why I go. Something new. Something new.
Downtown 삿포로시 via 시미지미 subway station.
Take me somewhere, anywhere new. I don't need a reason, I just wanna move. Another street, another day. I leave the familiar and drift away. Maybe I don't know where I'm going. Maybe that's alright. I keep moving.
thì con ta kim đô cái khí chuyện thì ông khí chị đâu, cái chị bồ cú lăng cũng khó được. 알겠습니다. 엄청 맛있다.
아니 없어 돌아서 그냥 오는 거야 다.
아니 살짝만 왼쪽으로.
I wasn't looking, I wasn't waiting. Then you caught my eye for just a second. Oh, what a moment, what a moment. I didn't see it coming. Oh, what a moment, what a moment. And now I won't forget it. A little light, a passing smile, something so ordinary stayed with me a while. Oh, what a moment, what a moment. I didn't see it coming. Oh, what a moment, what a moment. Now I won't forget. Walking on my own, music in my ear. No one asking questions, no one needs to know. I'm alright, I'm alright. On my own tonight. I'm alright, I'm alright. Everything feels like quiet little corner, a table by the window. I could stay here longer, I don't mind. Some days just pass me by, so I change the scenery and let me all. I just need a change, see a little air, a little breeze. I just need a change of scene. Let me breathe, let me breathe. Different streets, different light. Somehow everything feels right. I just need a change.